just because jealousy.
I think that, first off, it was not going to shoot kids. I think that goes back to the question of the 65 people in the streets, do we know who they are, but we're not pursuing them hard enough. I don't know exactly why. My understanding in some cases, we're trying to get the big fish. So we all know that there's a drug house in the neighborhood. Everybody knows it. And it takes 2 years to do something about it because in some cases the police are casing the house. They're trying to take that ground crime and find a big fish. My understanding is, having spoken to law enforcement, is that we are a city of street crime, that there's not a lot of big fish out there to catch. And that if that's the case, then I don't understand why we're forcing our neighbors to go through that experience and not putting that house out of business or taking those kids off the street. And I think it's a disservice when we don't do that because then we don't get people involved like yourself. Now, my office is on Legion Parkway, which is, we all know that's a tough street, and that's one of the reasons why we selected that area. Now, every day I go to my office, I have to have a conversation with the drug dealer about why are you on this street? And I think that this is probably not the best street for you to be doing business on, and this is not the city that you should be doing business on, and et cetera. Part of it is that I think more policing in strategic areas is important. But I want to make sure that I'm trying not to give sort of sound-bite-ish quick answers. But we have some real challenges with policing the city. We know we're running on an old 1980s DOS operated system, which is a major problem for a city of 100,000 people. We know because of that, we can't even put the latest mapping software in the system to know where much of the crime is happening. So then you can put resources out there in a smart way. So why do we have officers on street X when we have those kids on your street? We know they're there, and the police are not there. It doesn't make sense.
That's why I'm looking an answer for that. That question, why they are over there in this corner and like calling the west side of Brockton, or over there, and I see that nothing happening over there. But yet, where the people who live in the downtown area, especially my area, where we live, are getting all this stuff. And nobody is there. You have to call. When you call, you have to go to the questioning, who you are, who you live, who you see, all this stuff, and then you go to the live. By the time you finish, and this started after the situation with the police was there. I was waiting for the kids to cross the street after they get out at 3 o'clock from the bus, and I wanted to get into my driveway.